What's up, nail geeks? I am back today with Emily DeMolly's newest release collection. These are releasing very soon next week. We have an 8-piece set, and I also have 2 limited edition polishes to show you guys, which I'll show at the very end of the video. So we have a lovely mix of finishes and colors. These are so very stunning. So without further ado, let's get started on the swatches. First up, we've got Be My Something. This is described as a bright red, almost neon base with gold holographic micro glitters and iridescent flakes. On release, this one will be 10 USD or 12 Australian. So we have a lovely Crelly formula on this one. It is buttery smooth on those brush strokes. I want to note that the video is making this lean quite a bit on the orange side. Please note it does have an orange lean to it, but I do feel like the video is making it look fluorescent. Neons are habitually a little tricky for me to get. My camera kind of freaks out. So just note that this is not that fluorescent color you're seeing on the video, but it is a very bright red with a very, very slight orange undertone to it. Just really, really bright. Now in person, you'll easily see that there are lots and lots of little iridescent flakes in here that give a really lovely rainbow effect. This one has very strong self-leveling to it. It does dry down matte, so you are seeing a glossy top coat applied on the full hand shot, and just super, super bright, vibrant nails. This one was so crazy pretty. And next we've got Card Trick. This is a dark blurple base filled with different colored iridescent shifting flakes. This one will be 10 USD or 12 AUD on release. So this is so full of flakes. You can see my camera was kind of freaking out on that bottle shot. This is literally a stained glass piece in a bottle. It is so pretty, so stunning, and full opacity reached at 2 coats with that lovely plump effect. I had no issues with the flakes, as you're seeing here. Everything is laying down nice and smooth for me. That base color, in my opinion, is coming off color accurate. This is what I would consider a blurple base, so it's right there between blue and purple. It feels like a bit of an indigo. Here on that second coat, really lovely opacity. This is where you start seeing that pond effect come out, where you'll see the bottom layer of flakes kind of show through that top layer, but it's still giving you full coverage. It is so crazy intense in person. One of my top favorites from this release. This is so beautiful. After top coating, I have no texture. Everything is smooth to the touch, and it's just so crazy pretty. Those flakes complement that base color so well. And next we've got Flexible Morality. This is a medium brown base with green to pink shifting shimmer. On release, this one will be 9 USD or 11 AUD. So lately I have been feeling neutrals. I'm realizing that as I'm swatching neutral type shades, I'm really falling in love with them, and I was so very pleased with how this one looked on me. So this one has a nice sandy, almost taupe type base to me, in my opinion. It does lean quite a bit warm on myself, but it is just so crazy pretty. That shimmer is very flattering against that base color. You'll mostly see it as green in bright lights like what you see it on the video, and you'll easily see that shimmer shift over to a lovely pink at angles in shaded light. So here on that second coat, you can see beautiful opacity. I really can't see anyone needing to go up to 3 coats on it, as the formula is nice and plump and self-levels wonderfully. It is very creamy on application. Now this one does dry down satin-like, so you are seeing a glossy top coat applied on the full hand shot, and it really helps to make that shimmer pop, though I do think this is one of those polishes that would look fantastic matted too. And next we've got Lines We Cross. This is a bright pink when warm to bright purple when cold, thermal with green to pink shifting foil type shimmer. This one will be 10 US or 12 Australian. So Emily DeMolly really knows how to bring it to the table when it comes to foil polishes. This is so stunning in person. What you're seeing on the video for the application here is the cold state. It is a lovely kind of medium, but still very vibrant purple. And when it's warm, you'll see it shift over to pink, which is what I'll show you guys in a moment. For opacity, I'm going to suggest 2 coats on this one. It does dry down matte, so personally I would recommend a glossy top coat to really exploit that foil shimmer here. It's so strong, and as you can see, beautiful creamy formula. And there is lots and lots of self-leveling with it. So on the full hand shot, you are seeing a glossy top coat applied, and you can just see that lovely foiled effect. It is so, so pretty in person. I thought this one flattered like crazy. And here on the ice water shot, you can see there's that lovely pink, which is the warm state. And I'm going in with that super high-tech ice water to show you guys the cold state. And next we've got Past the Breakers. This is a bright blue jelly base filled with gold flakes, gold holographic glitters, and iridescent flakes. On release, this one will be 10 US or 12 Australian. So there is a caveat here that the base color is blue. However, this will lean more green because of the gold flakes. And I do agree, this one is a bit of a chameleon depending on what lighting that you're in. So you can see on that base color here, it does have what looks to be a very blue lean, which is what that base color is. It's kind of, in my opinion, flirting with being a very, very slight teal undertone. But you'll see here on the second coat on buildup that the flakes just really take over. So you'll get that nice green-like appearance with it. So very, very flattering, very pretty. Just please note that I do feel like the video here is what I'm seeing in person. It's just a touch bright. So just throwing it out there in case you feel like there's a variation when you see it in person. So tricky little thing, but we've got lots of sparkle with this one. So stinking pretty. And after top coating on the full hand shot here, I had no texture and everything was smooth to the touch. And next we've got Thorn in My Side. This is a medium dusty purple, kind of gray base filled with orange to green shifting iridescent glitters. On release, this one will be 10 US or 12 Australian. So we have another very lovely buttery smooth crelly-like formula. I do want to note that the formula on this one for this brand's crellies is quite a bit heavier than what I'm normally used to. So personally, I would recommend going in with thinner coats on this one and building it up between 2 and 3 coats. This is packed full of those little iridescent glitters. Since it's so packed, I feel like that's kind of what's giving it that heavy type feel. But just go in thin and I think you'll be just fine. Otherwise, the formula overall is very, very smooth and creamy. I didn't really have any issues with the glitters poking up or anything. Those are nice and flat and behaved very nicely for me. But like I said, this one is a little bit heavier because it's just so packed with those pretty little glitters. Just go in lightly. Now this one does have just a touch of texture to it, so I would personally recommend going in just a slight little bit heavier on your top coat and you'll be smooth with no texture. And next up, we've got Through the Hourglass. This is a steel blue base filled with green to purple shifting foil type shimmer and a silvery white magnetic effect. This one will be 10 US or 12 Australian on release. This is a really interesting magnetic. I'm really digging this brand's magnetics recently. I think they are really unique in their color combinations. So here we have a very silvery, really flirting with being a very white type of magnetic pigment. Now that base color is what I would agree as a steel base, but the foil shimmer here is so flattering and complementing to the base color. So in the video, once again, I'm always recording in very bright lights. You're gonna see it in the green state, but this one easily shifts over to purple on that shimmer. So there's a lot going on this one, and the formula is very creamy, kind of medium to slightly heavy in a good way in that it just crazy builds up fast. Now this one also dries down satin-like, so personally I would recommend a glossy top coat, which is what you're seeing on the full hand shot. That pigment for the magnetic effect has lovely movement across the nail, and it just gives this kind of ethereal ghost-like appearance, in my opinion, in the final look. And next we've got Whisper of Desire. This is a dark red based purple with vibrant blue shimmer. On release, this one will be 12 US or 14 Australian. This is so crazy stunning in person. Opacity, I can't see anyone needing to go up to 3 coats, so 2 coats and you'll be just fine. This has an ultra smooth feel on the brush strokes, very, very satisfying. Now the base color is definitely a dark red with a purple lean to it, but when you build it up, which you'll see here in just a moment, it gets so vampy and that shimmer is just so crazy strong in person. Very vibrant. It's like this luminescent type of blue. I think in any type of lighting, you'll just really see your nails light up. Now this one does dry down satin-like, so I think really any top coat will be just fine with it. An ultra glossy I think will flatter it the best. This is so pretty. As you can see on that second coat, I've got lots and lots of self-leveling happening. I really don't think you can overwork this one, as it just kind of fixes itself depending on how you apply, and it plumps out very nicely on that second coat. Here on the full hand shot, you can see that luminescent feel. That blue shimmer is so crazy strong in person. Gives you almost like a twinkling effect because there is so much in it. Now we also have a few limited editions. I have 2 of them to show you all. This is the limited edition number 184 and is described as a light cherry red base with a golden orange overlay and gold holographic micro glitters. Will be 9 US and 11 Australian on release. Haley's formulas on her holographics are incredible as well. I don't think she can do any wrong at this point. This is a lovely, lovely, sparkly cherry red. Beautiful formula. It's very smooth on application, easy to build up. For opacity, I'm going to suggest 2 coats on it. You'll get a gorgeous orange, but just really strong golden lean of this shimmer-like effect to it that just really glows. And you'll get that gorgeous scattered gold glitter effect. So those golden glitters are also of the finer type particle, so you'll get that fine twinkling look from it. Now this one does dry down satin-like, so I am wearing a glossy top coat on the final look, and you can see just so much stinking prettiness here. Those little glitters, just, I love them so much. And finally, we have limited edition number 186. This is a dark purple foil base with a gold magnetic effect. On release, this one will be 9 US or 11 Australian. So we have another really interesting magnetic polish here. In the bottle, I wasn't sure how it was going to look, but then when I started playing around with it, I was just floored by how different it looks when it's magnetized on the nail versus the bottle. I always get easily amused by those things. So once you magnetize it, you'll get a really lovely, almost indigo-like base. Definitely has a blurple feel to it, and that magnetic effect goes from a very strong golden feel. It does have a lot of movement to it, so at specific angles you'll kind of see like a double line effect if you are using a bar magnet. This one has a lovely plump smooth formula with a very slight magnetic feel to it. Just crazy pretty. This is one of those galaxy-like polishes that I would consider. Now this one dries down matte, so you are seeing once again a glossy top coat applied on the full hand shot, and you can see there's a lot of shift happening here between the magnetic effect and that base color. Now these will release December the 27th at 10 a.m. Australian time on the Australian site, and December 26th at 6 p.m. Eastern time on the US and international site. I will link you guys below to the Facebook fan group, as there are several other limited edition polishes that are releasing, so you can see the additional swatches there. Now also really big fluorescent sign here that on the 26th, which is when these are releasing, she will also have a Boxing Day sale. The sale does not include these new releases in this video. However, her shop is absolutely loaded up with beautiful polishes that will be on sale. If you go back on my playlist for my channel, you can see lots and lots of swatch videos for Emily Damali. Lots and lots to choose from. So definitely get in there and take advantage of this sale. Go into the Facebook fan group, and she will launch more details closer to the release date. I'll also link you guys below to my blog post. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.